everybody, Kitsune Haruri here. Welcome to my channel. I have something to share with you. I recently bought an STL file from Cutie Pies Art on Etsy. By the way, check them out. Real nice stuff. No, I do not have a 3D printer of my own. However, I know some people who do. And, by the way, thank you very much, Mark. And when I catch you next time, I need to get your information to share with people here, and your son as well. But anyway, what am I talking about? Well, you know that I like Protogens. If you don't know what a Protogen is, please look it up. The lore is worth reading. And they're cute. But they're also cool. It depends on how you do them. Kind of like a Dutch Angel Dragon. Cute, cool, scary. You could do a lot with these. But in any case, this STL file, designed by Cutie Pies Art, is for a Protogen that is jointed. And it's a pretty good sized doll, too. And Mark went ahead, and this is the filament version printed out for me, and his son is working on a resin version for me. And I'm, not today, but soon, going to be working on some finishes on these and see what I can do with it. I'm sure you want to see. So let's go ahead and introduce you to this little guy. Here he is. Make sure I've got some decent light on him for you. I hope I'm not bleaching out per usual. Apparently, I'm so freaking pale that when the light hits me, it bleaches out everything. So, I'm not getting a tan. No. Anyway, here it is. This little guy right here is an articulated, or jointed, Protogen. I have a cat screaming at my foot, by the way. It is articulated at the hip, the shoulder, the head, and of course, the tail. You can open up the head. Now, I don't have these in properly, but there's spots for magnets. As you can see, I just really quickly threw some hot glue in there. But I'm going to resin these into place. And it is strung just like any other ball-jointed doll. Pardon me while I see what's wrong with this cat. My apologies. Apparently the cuddle was desperate, even though we've been up here for quite some time with the camera turned off. It has to happen when the camera comes on. And now I'm covered in hair. Okay. Anyway, cat temporarily appeased. Back to this little guy. I just showed you that it does open up. It has stringing, just like a regular ball-jointed doll. As a matter of fact, printed in 3D or resin, it is a regular ball-jointed doll, to be honest. You can see that the joints are in there. You can see I've got a very heavy elastic in there as well. I'm going to maybe experiment with the stringing a little bit. As you can see, the legs are still very loose, but the arms are too tight to hold their position. Felting will help. Wiring, you might need some pretty stiff wire for this guy, because he's pretty hefty. I mean, that's a reasonable and satisfying chunk right there. But I think I might be better off. Right now it's a single run, all the way through everything, including the tail. So I think I might be better off putting the arms separate from the legs for sure, so that they can be tightened up even more, because you can see I can move it quite a lot. And the tail, I think I would like it to have a little more ability to move. I want it to be looser. Maybe I'll take it through along with the arms. We'll see. It'll be an experiment. But my plan for this little guy is to get it all sanded up, nice and smooth. Once I paint the mask, I'm going to cover that in a clear, glossy resin so that it has, you know, the nice shiny screen kind of effect. And we'll see where I go from there. The plan is to make these so I can customize some for some people. This particular file came with permission from Cutie Pies Art. to sell a limited number per year, which, believe me, that limited number is more than I can possibly do in a year and still have everything else. Or else all you're going to see on my other channel is going to be these. There's another file that Cutie Pies Art does that is absolutely adorable. This little cat critter. It could be a fox too, maybe. That I am kind of interested in doing as well. But this one will be the first experiment, and we'll see how that goes. Any thoughts, ideas, comments? Place them below. Don't forget to check out all the stuff that's in the description. And like, subscribe, and share. Believe me, that little bit of subscription does wonders for me. You're getting me closer to monetization. And some people would say that's selling out, but here's the thing. I'm still going to be doing the exact same thing I have been doing. I just may be able to do it better with a little bit of cash in pocket. But in any case, look forward to this. And thank you so very much for watching. I will see you next time. And bye-bye.